Hey guys, it's Wendy Hutchinson, and this is my August 2024 newsletter. This month, I'm talking about riding the waves, and we are on quite a ride right now, energetically. Since January, we have been consistently seeing an amplification energetically on planet. And what that means is the energies coming in, measured by the Schumann resonance, are just off the charts. Like so many radical things are happening um, on the sun. And then those energies are kind of blasting and bombarding us here on the planet. We're also seeing a lot of events globally that are indicating shifts on the Earth's surface. So the Iceland volcanic eruptions, for example, there was an eruption in Italy. We're seeing a tremendous shift in weather patterns and tremendous amounts of natural disasters. So things are being churned up on the planet's surface. Things are energetically being triggered within the population. And this is really a time for us to reconnect to our truth. And what I mean by that is whether you are consciously doing your healing work or soul work, or just bubbling along in life and think things are randomly happening to you, which they aren't. The truth is rising because as frequencies rise, it forces density and anything false out because lies, deceit, manipulation, control, all of those energies can only survive in lower harmonic bandwidths. So as our frequency rises on the planet, it's really forcing and flushing a lot out. So this month, I wanted to talk to you about how you can really navigate and surf those waves. Something really important I feel, people are always talking about self-care, right? Go to a retreat, eat the right foods, get a lot of rest. And yes, those things may support you. Of course, rest, hydration, a good mental outlook are very, very important. But something that people don't talk about is the importance of us embracing the truth of who we are, of embracing the authentic self, and recognizing all the narratives that don't support us being true to ourselves. Because when we are out of alignment, we tend to justify and validate our choices. Staying in a marriage that's shitty for 40 years, or making job choices for the money, but it's soul crushing, or staying in friendships that just bleed you dry. I see people do this all the time. They are in relationships that are not supportive of who you are, and they don't give you what you need. You're the one always pouring out. And these are areas that we need to examine. And if we're not consciously examining and looking at those choices we're making, guess what? The universe is going to present over and over and over situations that force you to confront it. And then you're going to get to a place of anger. And that place of anger is with ultimately yourself for choosing things that have not been typically aligned. So it's really important to pay attention to your thought patterns. Are you supporting yourself mentally and emotionally, or are you making choices and replaying narratives that are self-defeating and limiting beliefs? It's really, really critical that you pay attention to what is coming up in your life. What thought patterns are repeating? Are you supporting yourself emotionally, physically, mentally, or are you defeating yourself? Because I feel very strongly with awareness comes healing. When you see something, you can't unsee it. When you know something, you can't unknow it. And so these energies are going to continually push things to the surface for you. And the only way to navigate these turbulent waters is to get on that surfboard and ride the wave. Ride the wave. What do you need to surf? You need tools, right? You need a surfboard. You need balance. You need to read the currents. You need to read your environment. You need to know when to paddle, when to catch the wave. You need to know when to wait it out. You need to know when to duck dive under a wave, as things that are too big are going to take you out. You have to read your environment. You need to pay attention to your environment and then trust your knowing around the next steps. Ask yourself what you need. Do you need hydration, rest? Do you need to phone a friend? Do you need to go cry in your closet? You know, be really intentional about asking what you need and then creating space to do that. We need to create space in our lives to hear ourselves, think, to hear the downloads from our higher selves, and to become who we're meant to be here. We can only step into our power and purpose after we've done our healing work. If you're working from a wounded place, if you're operating from a place of deep wounds and projecting your stuff out on people, basically throwing up on people because you can't hold the emotional discomfort of what's going on in your life. So we become reactive, right? That's not serving you, and that's not moving the needle. So my goal is to support your process and give you some tools to really, really navigate through in a graceful and aligned way to minimize the chaos. And so that's basically it. In the written form of my newsletter, provided a list of tools to support you. If you are just finding this on YouTube or you haven't really subscribed to my newsletter, you can go to alinealifecoaching.com and just click subscribe. And if this resonates, please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel and share. Anyway, I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I am sending so much love out to all of you because this is going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride, especially through the end of the year. In America, we have political elections coming up, and there's just really a lot of uncertainty and chaos going on, not only here in the States, but also globally. So be kind to yourselves. Surround yourselves with people who love you, and be really mindful of the thoughts and narratives that you're holding on to, because we have to be our own best friends, you guys. We have to love ourselves through this. All right, you guys, you beauties, have a beautiful day. Take care of yourselves, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.